I'm with Tim Anderson, might be running for lieutenant governor, famous attorney here in Virginia Beach. I'm with our good friend Ronnie Villanueva, Ronnie V as we call him, fresh out of the can in St. Petersburg. We had dinner with him, and he's going to write a book. It's a fascinating story. He's just here for a little cameo, but I got to get him on like a whole segment because the stories he has in jail were like the best. He had me and my wife were laughing so hard with some of his stories. Some of he can't tell on the air, but he'll be able to do what he can. Also, crashing the party is Amanda Chase. She heard that we were having a roundtable, and she decided to crash us. So she's with us, Senator Amanda Chase with us on the John Fredericks Show. Also, Kristen Cooper here, longtime GOP activist. We're live at the ocean front. I'm your Godzilla of truth in America. Don't forget, I'll be hosting the debate tonight, Debate Watch at the Virginia Beach Republican Party headquarters in Virginia Beach. If you want to come out, we'll have refreshments and all good kinds of stuff. You can go there. We'll be back again tomorrow here at the ocean front once again. Let's get to Ronnie V. Ronnie, great to see you, man. You're on Facebook Live. You look great.
What's up, brother? Good to be back.
Good. You look good. I mean, you're back. You're in the saddle. You're working.
I'm working, man. I'm living. I'm thriving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your family? Everybody
Family's
good?
great. You know, this whole COVID thing has been a blessing for our family, just because I'm out. But the family's stronger. We're tighter. We're looking forward to the future.
Tim, if you were defending Ron, would you have gotten him off?
You know, there's a lot of people that you can say things about, but Villanueva got hosed. All right, you did. You got hosed. And I'll tell you this. I know President Trump listens to your show. Ronnie Villanueva needs a pardon. Mm-hmm. He is the guy that deserves a pardon from the president more than anybody else in Virginia, as far as the federal side here. He got railroaded because of his political connections, and the people didn't like him, and it was a hit job. It was a hit job, mm-hmm. And that's what happened to Ronnie Villanueva. I don't know that anybody could have got him off. It would have been a Bob McDonnell fight. You would have had to have fought it. You would have had to have lost. You would have had to have gone to the Court of Appeals, and you would have had to have lost. Gone bankrupt. I mean, $26 million. $26 million is what it took Bob McDonnell to get his name cleared by the Supreme Court. And that's what would have had to have happened. And, people don't have that. So Ron Villanueva needs a pardon. Well, flat out.
Well, there you go. I will endorse that.
Let's get it done.
That, and I should have hired you from the go.
I know, right? Let's get to Amanda Chase. She's not a lawyer, but she's running for governor. State Senator Amanda Chase, Republican Chesterfield. Amanda, you're at the Godzilla Roundtable here at the oceanfront. Ronnie Villanueva, your good friend. Tim Anderson, Bill D. Steph, you ran him off when he heard you were getting on. He just had to go. No, I'm just kidding, Amanda.
That's not true.
He loves you to death. That's not true at all. I'm just kidding around. So, Amanda, what do you think of this whole thing?
Well, first of all, I personally know Ron Villanueva, and we served together on a committee, and I just think the world of him. And hey, as Virginia's next governor, I know somebody who could probably help you with that pardon there. So,
love you, Amanda.
Are you going to pardon him as governor?
What's that?
Tim says if you're governor, you can't pardon him. Governors don't have that power.
What? I'm going to use every tool in
He's
my
got a federal case
to return freedom. So you've got a federal case. So this morning I am actually heading out to Louisa for tactical training with my security team. So I literally have maybe about 5 or 10 minutes. My husband and I and our boys, we took 2 days off. I'll actually be in Virginia Beach tomorrow. Which is why I was calling Tim, and he's like, "Hey, you need to come on the John Fredericks Show." And I was like, "Whoa,
what time are you going to be at the beach tomorrow?"
Most of the day tomorrow, actually. I'm not really sure.
Are you going to be here in the morning?
You
going to be here early?
My husband is taking me to Virginia Beach to get away for a day, and so I don't have any idea of the details.
Why don't you start the day and come on my show live at the beach? Marriott Hotel.
We can certainly talk about. I would love to. That would be fun.
Yeah, you could come down here. We got a nice radio set up here, and you can come on early and then take the remainder of the day off. What do you think?
That's awesome.
We could do a photo op. Now, how come you need tactical training? Are you at risk?
Well, listen, I think all of us are at risk right now. There is an all-out assault on our Second Amendment. And I think just as good law-abiding citizens, conservatives come under attack more than anyone else because of our views, and I've certainly experienced that in the Senate, being assaulted 3 different times on the Capitol grounds, and I've certainly raised my awareness and necessity to carry. So, I've been caring for a couple years now, and a suburbial mom, goes ninja, right? And
Suburbial,
so,
I don't think that's a word. Is that a word, Tim?
I'm looking it up.
Suburbial. Is that a suburbial?
It is if she says so. That's the thing.
Well, she's going to be America's governor, she said. Christy Nome, move over.
Hey, I think a potential governor candidate who takes tactical training is an prerequisite to running for governor. I think every governor should have to know how to handle a firearm. That should be a prerequisite.
Yeah,
I like that idea, Tim. When you're Attorney General, you can mandate that, right? You can make them all get. I'd like to see. I could imagine some of these governor candidates getting tactical training, like Terry McAuliffe, right? Let's get him tactical training.
Oh
Justin
my gosh,
Fairfax,
that's scary.
right? Let's get Justin Fairfax tactical. Carolyn Foy. Let's see her with an AR-15. That'd be fun. Now let's get to the Republican side. Amanda, I know you've only got 5 minutes. You got to go, but we're hearing rumors about this Carlyle globalist, China-loving CEO. What's his name?
Glenn Youngkin.
Glenn Youngkin. He's going to spend $40 million. Of course, he made the $40 million by doing deals with China and stealing American jobs and driving down wages and taking advantage of slave labor. So that's how he made the $40 million. I guess he's going to put in the campaign. But he says he's going to put $40 million in, and if he does that, you've only got $400,000, so he'll outspend you. Can you do the math?
I think that's 100 times.
100x?
Yeah, I'm not worried about him at all. Let me tell you why. I have spent the last 9 months with grassroots folks who are voters across the state of Virginia. We have our signs everywhere. I mean, people want a freedom-loving candidate. They're sick and tired of the pay-to-play system. They just are. Money does not buy elections anymore. Look at every single race I've ever won in the Senate. I was always outspent. People can see a real Christmas tree. They know a real Christmas tree from a fake one. Hey, I'm a real Christmas tree. I'm not a fake one. People are tired of the fake stuff. They want somebody that's all heart, all for the people, not going to be influenced by the big money, the lobbyists and the PACs. I mean, they want a real person that's actually going to advance policies of the people. And, this is something that I've exposed. People are sick and tired of the pay-to-play scheme that's going on in Richmond. This whole deal with, we make $18,000 a year as legislators, and we're required to pay caucus dues $10,000 a year. Most everyday average Virginians don't have the ability to just strike a check for $10,000 unless you're Senator Bill DeSmith. But most people don't have that, and so they have to go to the lobbyists. They have to go to the PACs to try to pay their annual caucus dues. And who do you think they're beholden to? The people? No, they're beholden to the lobbyists. Look, I might be a blonde, but I am smart. And I figured this out my second year in office. And I've kind of, held people accountable, and they don't like it. But it's true. And, my loyalty is to the people. It's, I'm a Republican, true and true. You can look at my voting record. I have the Virginia Tea Party actually gave me the highest score in the entire General Assembly for Liberty. So everybody looks at my score for freedom. They know I'm Liberty Republican, but I'm calling things like I see them now, and I've been behind the scenes for over a decade now, just as a grassroots activist, and I worked for a number of candidates, and I've seen the shenanigans that go on in conventions. I've been exposing, how the political elite and the consultants control the grassroots in those conventions. They slate people off who they don't want to have the opportunity to serve.
Do we have enough votes? Let's cut to the chase. And by the way, I'm tweeting out your quote, "You're a real Christmas tree, not a fake one." I think that's classic. Kiara's
could go on a campaign sign.
It should be. Kiara's going to take that right now and tweet it out and tag you and Tim Anderson on it. I'm a real Christmas tree, not a fake one. Also, Kiara, add her other quote that she said, "I might be blonde, but I'm not dumb." Can you add in that?
No, I might be blonde, but I'm smart.
Oh, okay.
Everybody always assumes if you're blonde, you're not smart, and I'm sick of it.
You're sick of it?
I'm sick of it.
Let's get Kristen Cooper involved. Kristen, what do you think of this thing?
Yeah, exactly.
You're a blonde.
Here's another blonde who
What
ain't
do you
dumb.
You ain't dumb, right?
Absolutely not. Amanda, I'm with you all the way. I've been getting that my whole life.
I'm like, I wish Kirk Cox would get the message. Come on. Let's support our women candidates running for governor.
What message do you want?
But
Kirk
here's
to
the
get?
message. Republican women so much more attractive than Democrat women.
Oh, that's
Amen. There you go. Yeah.
Inside and out.
Exactly. We're going to take over.
What you were saying something about former Speaker Kirk Cox. What were you saying? He's blonde.
You know, in 2019, I was looking at the Virginia Citizens Defense League score. He scored 88% from VCDL. I scored consistently 100%. You know, it's one thing to know how to shoot a gun. It's another thing to vote to protect the Second Amendment. And I'm the real deal. I am the Annie Oakley of the Senate of Virginia, the Annie Oakley of the Virginia General Assembly, and we need someone in there that's going to fight to preserve the Second Amendment. Actually, now we got to take it back. We need to go back and reverse some of this this attack on our Second Amendment, and I'll be just the legislator who do it. And by the way, BLM now stands for Blonde Legislators Matter. Do you like that one?
Love it.
BLM stands for Kira. Add in that one also. This is like the gift that never stops giving. Amanda Chase says BLM stands for, what is it?
blonde legislators matter.
Blonde
Tweet this out for us. You have to do this, Kara. Sorry to make you do extra work. But listen, let's get back to Kirk Cox because maybe you were 100% and he was 88%. But here's what he didn't do, Amanda, truth be told, Miss Real Christmas Tree, truth be told, he didn't call the clerk of the Senate, Susan Shar, Miss Piggy. Now, that wasn't very nice, was it?
You know what? Kirk Cox gets to park right next to our office. He doesn't have to park over in BFE where the rest of the legislators are. You know, I complained numerous times to Senate leadership that they have put us in a parking deck, which is a cavernous hole. There's no cell service. There's no attendant, and it's dangerous. And look, when you've already been assaulted 3 different times and you're meeting your security team and you're parking where you normally park, I mean, look.
Well, we're not talking about parking. We're talking about calling Susan Share Miss Piggy. I mean, you got to own up to it. Here's how it makes me feel. I don't like her either, right? She kicked me out of the Senate, so I got to be honest. Truth be told, when you made that statement, I tweeted it out and laughed for, 15 days straight. So that's just, look, I like to be honest, complete transparency. But here's how it makes me feel. I'm 6 foot 270. What are you going to call me other than Godzilla? You're not going to call me Mr. Piggy, are you?
Mr. Godzilla.
I do not remember saying that comment, and I did talk to Susan Shar about that. I do not remember. I remember being a little bit upset, but I do not remember ever calling her that.
Okay, we'll take you at your word on that. But we'll go with BLM. So look, let's go through the other candidates that are going to get in the race. Youngkin, is that his name? Tell me about that.
Know his name? Who knows?
What about? There's some other candidates getting in though. What do you
about
think?
Emmett?
What?
Emmett.
What about Emmett Hager? He's getting in. Does he pose a threat to the for your nomination?
Let me tell you, John, I have been working for 9 months now. Full steam ahead. There is no amount of money that can buy people's votes. And I truly believe I will be the Republican nominee, and I believe I'll win. No matter what candidate, decides to announce here after I've been campaigning for 9 months. I will say that it's very symptomatic of some people in the Republican Party who are still in the dark ages. They don't see women as governors. Look, I have a background in corporate executive management. I've worked in the private and the public sector in management. I'll be ready day one to govern and to manage. I came from the private sector before I ever got involved with politics.
All right, so let me ask you this, okay? Okay, Governor 2021. We got 12 days to win the 2nd District, the 7th District, to carry Virginia for Trump. What are you personally doing, Amanda Chase, in the next 12 days to help Trump win Virginia? And please be specific.
So I have been campaigning around Virginia. I did 17 events this past week. All of those promoting our candidates for every single seat. Every time I'm out, I talk about supporting our president, getting out the vote for our president. I have done, and I've been doing this for 9 months as well. I always say I can chew gum and walk at the same time. I can help all these candidates this year, campaigning for President Trump, Daniel Gage, our congressional candidates. I've been with Ben Klein this weekend, and Botetourt at the GOP there.
All right, I'm almost out of time. What do you think about, because I got to end with Ronnie V. What do you think of Denver Riggleman throwing us under the bus, all of us under the bus on CNN in the final week?
Well, I think it's disappointing. Unfortunately, we're seeing people's true colors when they don't have to worry about voters. So,
all right, I'll see you tomorrow at the beach. Amanda Chase, come be on my show tomorrow live in our makeshift. That's a pretty good setup we have, isn't it? Ronnie V?
Man, I'm looking at the surfers on the waves right now.
Yeah, see, man, Amanda, you can come here. You can have bagels. Take your fam.
Well, Amanda, conservative women all over Virginia are supporting you, and we know you're going to govern like Kristi Noem rather than Gretchen Whitmer. So I wish you the best of success.
I appreciate that, and we're going to
ringing endorsement by Kristen Cooper, GOP actress at Virginia Beach. All right, I got 2 minutes. We're going to give Ronnie the final word. Ronnie V, I'm so excited to have you back. We got to do like a whole Ronnie V show, right? A whole Ronnie V show.
You had me at hello. I'm yours, man.
I know, man, and it was such a great dinner we had. We had so much fun.
Oh, yeah,
so much fun we had. So look, you got a minute and a half, Ron. What do you make of this whole thing? Scott Taylor, Trump. What do you think?
Well, as someone who has lost his rights to vote, I encourage everyone to vote. I mean, haven't been part of politics for a long time. It was a part of me, and it kills me that I can't vote. But I could work for folks and get the vote out, and that's one of the reasons why I teamed up with the Coastal Virginia Chamber of Commerce. We have a civic engagement platform. We're promoting a lot of the local races. A lot of folks are forgetting about the local races, and those are important. School board, city council, mayor, especially in Virginia Beach and Portsmouth and in Suffolk. Those are impactful races, and folks need to pay attention to those issues. So get out, visit coastalvirginiachamber.com, look at some of those candidate interviews. You and I talked about a little bit about the issues, but with regards to a lot of these races, they're going to come down to the wire. It's bottom of the ninth, right? Bases are loaded. I think the Trump team, they're on the pitcher's mound. They got to hold serve, right?
And we got to throw strikes.
Yeah.
We got
Absolutely.
12 days. We got to throw strikes here in Virginia.